From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We've had absolutely beautiful weather in the forecast for today, and that's going to continue throughout the day today and even into the next couple of days. 75 degrees in Lansing and Grand Ledge. We're looking at 75 in Jackson, 72 degrees down into Hillsdale. Satellite radar showing absolutely no clouds in the sky. That's because we have an area of high pressure right at the surface. Over the next 12 hours, we'll see sunny and clear conditions. Temperatures fall back down into the low 50s. All the full details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us at 6 News at 6 p.m. I'm Taryn Simmons. Rachel Ramsey has the night off. In our top story, a 24-year-old man is dead after a crash in Clinton County. The Clinton County Sheriff's Office says last night, just after 7:30, deputies were called to Island Road near Watson Road in Duplain Township. According to their investigation, they say a man from the St. John's area was heading west when he went off the road. The vehicle hit a tree and caught on fire. The man was pronounced dead at the scene. Deputies say no one else was in the vehicle at the time of the crash. As of now, the victim's identity has not been released. In a developing story, 3 people are hurt after a shooting in Kent County. State police say it happened on northbound US 131 around 3:30 this morning. They say 3 people were shot, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. They were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. Troopers say the shots were fired from another vehicle that drove off. The highway was closed for several hours but has since reopened. According to Grand Rapids affiliate, MSP is still working to locate the suspected vehicle and the shooter. So stay with us for 6 News as we work to learn more. And this Labor Day weekend, the Trump administration is under scrutiny for a push to place federal troops on the streets of Chicago and for recent firings and resignations at the CDC. CBS News' Willie James Inman has more.
This Labor Day weekend, the Trump administration is facing pushback for a plan to send federal troops into Chicago in response to violent crime. On Sunday's Face the Nation, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says troops don't belong on the streets of the Windy City.
Murders are down 50% in the city of Chicago. National Guard troops, any kind of troops on the streets of an American city don't belong unless there is an insurrection.
But Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem defended the administration's push to cut crime.
For 13 consecutive years, Chicago had more murders than any other American city.
The Trump administration is also coming under scrutiny after firing the director of the CDC. Director Susan Menarez's firing was followed by the resignation of 4 other high-profile CDC leaders. CBS News medical contributor Celine Gowder says the departures have created a vacuum in U.S. medical leadership.
These are really key positions, not to mention that a lot of the directors of the different centers, because it's centers plural, have also been forced out over the last several months. So you're really dealing with a leadership vacuum at the CDC.
Gowder also expressed concern about recent vaccine policy changes from the CDC.
Vaccine policy is now being made by political fiat and communicated through social media rather than a transparent, open scientific review process. And so we're seeing the reversal of previous recommendations, which will also confuse whether insurance will cover certain vaccines for certain people.
On Friday, one senior White House advisor defended Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., calling him, quote, the crown jewel of the administration. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
And new at 6, former New York City Mayor and Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani is recovering after a car crash. Giuliani's head of security say the former mayor's rental car was struck from behind Saturday night in New Hampshire. He says the 81-year-old was taken to a nearby trauma center and was treated for a fractured vertebrae and multiple cuts and injuries to his left arm and leg. As of now, New Hampshire State Police have not responded to a request for comment. And today is International Overdose Awareness Day, and the Michigan Overdose Prevention Coalition is calling on community members around the state to recognize the day by having conversations with friends and family about substance use. They say overdoses are a preventable problem affecting communities everywhere. In Flint, the Office of Public Health and Genesee County Prevention Coalition hosted an overdose awareness event on Saturday. The gathering took place on the front lawn of City Hall, including local organizations sharing resources and support, and even a series of speakers sharing their experiences. It also included a visual display of purple flags symbolizing the lives lost to overdose and white flags honoring the saved lives. Organizers say since 2021, there have been more than 3,000 overdose reversals and almost 1,000 overdose-related deaths in Genesee County.
Purple flags and we have white flags. The white flags represents those that has been saved as overdosed, and we've been able to retrieve them and save their lives. Purple is the flags that for the lives that we have lost through that. But knowing the data that we have, but behind every data point is a name, is a family, is a friend, and we want to make sure that we honor them and those lives that were lost.
According to the Ingham County Health Department, there are more than 20 locations across the area where people can get Narcan. You can find more information on WLNS.com by clicking on the See on 6 section. And we wanted to give you a quick reminder that Labor Day is tomorrow and the Capital Area Transportation Authority will be closed. The SpecTran office will remain open on Monday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to schedule rides that are needed after the holiday. However, no same-day trips will be scheduled. CATA routes and service will resume their regular weekday schedules on Tuesday. And of course, holiday travel isn't safe if someone is driving drunk. That's why AAA is back again with its Tow to Go service. It's a free service to anyone who is too drunk to drive. A tow truck will take you and your car home or to a safe area within 10 miles from where you are. If you need help getting home, call the number you see on your screen. We also have it online for you at WLNS.com. Although AAA does ask that you only use Tow to Go as a last resort. The service runs through 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning. And there was no grand prize winner from the $1 billion Powerball drawing last night. This is now the 5th largest jackpot in Powerball history. 6 News reporter Delaney Rogers is here for us now to tell us what the winning numbers were and what happens next. Delaney?
Taryn, last night there were no winners for the grand prize Powerball jackpot, and last time someone won the jackpot was June 1st. The winning numbers for last night's grand prize were 3, 18, 22, 27, and 33. The red Powerball was 17, and the power play was 3 times multiplier. If someone were to have matched all 5 numbers, they would be able to choose a one-time cash payment of $498.4 million. Although no one won the Powerball grand prize, last night 3 tickets sold in Colorado, Indiana, and New Hampshire matched all 5 balls with power play, and those tickets earned $2 million each. Another 9 tickets matched 5 balls to win $1 million. The next drawing is Monday, September 1st at 10:59 p.m. and the estimated prize is $1.1 billion.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, if you're not a fan of bugs, look away. We're seeing a beautiful picture of a walking stick in Ladensburg sent in to us by Lori, and she said that this is a sure sign of fall and what is to come in the forecast. That is because we are seeing a lot of bugs moving out and about, and even into this afternoon there was a grasshopper crawling on the station windows right outside the studio. Now, if you want your picture featured every night on 6 News, send us in your picture at WLNS.com/share. And your picture could be featured on the news. Now, taking a look at our Skyview network, beautiful day outside. We just have a little bit of some clouds here and there, but mostly clear skies and plenty of sunshine, and those temperatures were quite nice overall today. That's all thanks to this high pressure system. It moved east just a smidge, so we're allowed to see a little bit more warmth moving in, but as this continues to move to the east, we'll see those temperatures increase just a little bit more for tomorrow and even into Tuesday. But zooming in closer to home, we're seeing that we're having beautiful conditions and beautiful conditions for tonight as well. Let's take a look at the rest of the Skyview network cameras. You can see those sun rays on our Capitol cam, a few clouds here and there. Temperatures today got into the 70s, around 76 degrees. A high of, and your temperature right now is right around 75 degrees. Beautiful conditions on Grand Ledge. This is one of the days you want to bottle up and save on those rainy days, maybe even later this week, as we do have rain in the forecast. 76 degrees right now after after a high of 78 and a low of 47. Temperatures right now in Jackson, 75 after a high of 75. Overall, we're still seeing beautiful conditions no matter where you're at, 73 degrees, even down into Hillsdale. Over the next couple of hours, we'll see those fair weather clouds start to diminish. We'll still see clear skies for tonight and sunshine in the forecast for tomorrow, and a little bit of some fair weather clouds working in as we head into Monday night into Tuesday. Tuesday will feature a little bit more clouds, and then as we head into Wednesday, we do have a cold front that will be bringing the chance of rain showers back into the forecast. But for tonight, temperatures do remain into the 50s, right around 51, with mostly clear skies and comfortable conditions. Now, if you're heading out for Labor Day or doing any activities or just hanging out, your temperatures are going to be right around 80 with sunny skies and UV index right around a 7 or 8. So make sure you have your sunscreen, sun hat, and just stay safe for your Labor Day. Behind that cold front that I mentioned, we are going to see some cooler air in the forecast. As you see, this pocket of green and almost blue will be swinging back into the mid-Michigan area as we head into the weekend. So be prepared for some cooler temperatures after a very nice couple of days into the 70s and 80s. Those clouds do begin to increase, and again, as we head into the weekend, that's when we see our temperatures only getting into the 60s. That's about 10 to 15 degrees below average, but as we head into the week after next, we start to warm things up back into the 70s.
And we are looking to have such a nice, good holiday forecast, don't you think? Thanks, Kelsey.